we're going to dig into something that might be even more powerful than the actions you take. And that is the story you tell yourself about who you are. We're going to look at things through a completely new lens. Let me ask you something. What are the labels you keep putting on yourself? I'm talking about those things that you say in your own head, like, I'm not a business person, I'm terrible with technology, or I'm not the type of person who can work by themselves. I always start things, but I never finish them. Or maybe it's labels other people gave you that you've carried around for years. Like, you're not good with money. You're too sensitive for the business world. You're a dreamer, not a doer. And here's the thing about these labels. They feel like truth. They feel like they're describing reality, but really they're keeping you trapped in a version of yourself that might not even be accurate anymore. So let me share something personal with you, because for years I carried two labels that almost destroyed my life. I thought I was broken, and I thought I was destined to be broken poor. The way my life had unfolded, the problems I faced in my early childhood, the instability in my family, it all led me to believe that there was something fundamentally wrong with me. I had so much fear, especially around uncertainty, that everything I did felt like a desperate attempt to find stability whilst simultaneously sabotaging it. I was trapped in this cycle where I'd unconsciously recreate the same patterns I experienced as a kid. Instability, constantly moving, never feeling settled, and by the time I was 26, I had already traveled to over 10 countries. And yes, some of that was as a circus performer, but honestly, a lot of it was running away, trying to find anything I could do to escape the discomfort I felt inside of me. I would find any excuse to move, to start over, to avoid dealing with the real work of building something stable. Because deep down, I believed I was broken. And broken people don't get to have stable, successful lives, right? And just before I move on here, will you please like this video and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, because then I can create more videos like this and hopefully help you to get unstuck on your life and your freelancing career. But here's what I learned that changed everything. Being stuck doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Being stuck literally means you are experiencing the results of your past action. And here's the beautiful part about that realization. If being stuck is just the result of your past action, then you have the power to change your actions now and create different results. It's not about your personality, your background, or some fatal flaw in your character. It's about patterns, and patterns can be changed. It starts with your language. It starts with awareness of the language you use with yourself. The words you use with yourself are not neutral. No, they're actively shaping your reality. When you tell yourself, I always mess things up, your brain looks for evidence to prove that it's true. The words you use create the universe you live in. So here's a powerful reframe that might blow your mind, okay? What if you're not stuck because there's something wrong with you? I know, right? What if you're stuck because you are scared of failing? When you avoid taking action, when you procrastinate, it's often because you are terrified of trying and not succeeding. And that fear makes sense. But when you don't try, you guarantee staying exactly where you are. Here's what I want you to do right now. Number one, write down 3 negative labels you use about yourself. So things like, I'm not disciplined, I always quit things. Number 2, for each label you write down, one small piece of evidence that contradicts it. Even tiny evidence counts, like, I brushed my teeth every day this week, for I'm not disciplined. So really simple. 3, rewrite each label as a possibility instead of a fact. I'm not good with money to I'm learning to be better with my money, or I haven't figured out money yet. This takes literally 5 minutes and it starts rewiring how you see yourself. So what does it actually take to move forward? What does it take to break out of these patterns and start creating that life that you actually want to build? Without going into all the details, it comes down to three things. Number one, you have to be willing to fail. Not because failure is fun, but because it's the price of admission for anyone who wants to grow. Number two, you have to start taking action before you feel ready. Confidence doesn't come from thinking about it, it comes from doing it, even when you're scared. Three, you need a system that helps you stay consistent even when motivation fades away, because motivation is like the weather. It comes and it goes. But system work regardless of how you feel. Now, I know that you might be thinking, okay, Panda, but this sounds all good, great in theory, but how do I actually do this? How do I stop being scared of failure? How do I take action when I don't feel ready for it? And what does this system actually look like? Those are exactly the right questions to be asking, honestly. And that's exactly what we're going to tackle in the next video. I'm going to show you the specific framework I use and teach my clients for building what I call fail-proof confidence. It's a step-by-step system for taking action even when you're terrified, and for turning every single experience, even the failures, into fuel for moving forward. Because here's the truth. You don't need to stop being scared. You just need to stop letting fear make your decisions for yourself.